Gonna be Jesus first off versus the Gloosh. Just absolutely get a rampage. But these eviscerates, oh my god, these eviscerates. What? Oh, hold on. Jesus thought he maybe could survive this burst go by the rogue. That was just an opener with Shadow Blades. Okay. Chat, you know, I said at the beginning of season 4, like, hey, you know, it looks like rogues are getting nerfed slightly. Like, sub-rogue is getting a 10% nerf in eviscerate, and how everybody in the chat said that's gonna mean nothing because rogues eviscerates hit so hard anyway. A 10% nerf is a drop in a bucket. I think my whole entire chat was right. The devs may have to double back and be like, you know what, let's take a look at the sub-rogue again, because Gloosh is not even like a new gear. This is just him using the old gear. Gonna be Buttman trying to go for the double knockback wombo combo onto Gloosh, trying to see if he could hop, skip, and jump him like a skip and rock, but Gloosh just continued to get a message back to back. Quick interrupt on that X, just absolutely unfairly collapse and damage onto a huge Buttman. That was actually unfair. He just absolutely did him in. That was actually too much. Gloosh, what are you doing? You're gonna get rogues nerfed yet again. What the? You guys just got nerfed. At least act like it's affecting your damage. Jesus Christ. Shadow Step that far. I think he's got a Condi that lets him like get a longer Shadow Step. And I think that Condi, so that conduit I think reduces the cooldown of Shadow Step by this static reduction, but the distance of Shadow Step is something that scales, and it apparently can scale to like hilarity. It scales basically to like 60 yards. You'll literally have a Shadow Strike on you, or a Shadow Step to you, no matter where you are. Soul Lunar, try to see if you're able to lock down Lush, but it's going to be a stun lock by the rogue. It's going to go for a port with the human racial. Try to see if you can bail out of it. Going to be immediate stun by the rogue, avoiding the Shivara that's just hanging out in stealth. And Glush, with that Shadowy Duel, it's interesting that Shadowy Duel basically prevents pets from like immediately attacking you. That or like messing with their AI. I'm not really sure what causes the problem exactly, but it definitely does prevent Soul from going and getting the proper like CC onto Glush. Finally get a shot, finally that lockdown, but Soul can still be in trouble. I think it may be over. Has a wall, Mortal get inside of Glush. The Glush does no longer has a trinket though, so at least there's that. Soul trying to get some dots to the Glush is going to go for the Dark Glare, potentially could go for the Dark Area just to get as much dots as possible and potentially get a fatty drain. Definitely looking for that health recovery right now. Letting those pets go behind the pillar versus the Glush. Try to keep the dots rolling in. Glush is ready for a Shadow Step. He's ready to get aggressive. Going to be immediately Shadow Stepping. I think try to go for maybe an interrupt versus Soul. That's going to be kill the shot. Maybe that'll be enough damage. Soul trying to see if it's surviving. Darkback does come back up at a clutch. It's going to go for a quick board, and Glush meets him with a cheap shot immediately. Soul no longer has any defenses. Got him some mobility, but those Shadow Steps let him close the gap so quickly. Going to be quick drain. The Soul is able to finally catch up. A little bit of healing. Warlock Hellstrom getting burned. Does activate Dark Soul stability just to give himself the most amount of burst damage. Hoping to get counter aggressive versus Glush, but looks like the rogue dies at itself. It should be able to avoid any dot damage from Soul, unless you got the Succubus to go for that CC. It's going to be a cheap shot by the rogue, locking down the pet. I'm not letting him do anything at all, and it's going to be Glush taking down the Warlock. My goodness, someone's going to have to stop this man. This guy's running wild. He's literally on fire. I mean, he's literally got a fire blast burning his back, but he is literally on fire, blasting these boys out. Again, rogues got nerfed. Right, rogues got nerfed. 10% eviscerate nerf. Always hope. Blizzard was like, yep, that's exactly what we need in order to make rogues a little bit less crazy for PvP. And I said it's a very beginning, chat. When we were still in season 3, like rogues scaled incredibly well with endgame gear, and we're already in endgame with season 3. We get endgame plus now in season 4. And Glush, there's no way he was able to get himself that much more gear in the first week. I mean, you have a little bit more conquest at the beginning, but damn. This guy is absolutely just raking it. Jesus. But maybe potentially. Samaton could best him. This is a fire mage picking up the eyes, trying to see if he can get him out in the open. Gonna be a blinks to break him out of the stuns. That's gonna be a resonator, trying to see if he can lock down the mage, unable to, as the mage just walks out of resonator. Quick combustion damage, trying to see if he can get away from Glush. Gonna be immediate blind by the rogue. Gonna be a trinket out of Samaton. Does get himself the all the time walking to push in towards Glush to try to get some damage in. Nova's him out in the open. Glush able to somehow break that Nova. I'm not even sure how. Shadowblade's available for this rogue. Lockdown on Sammy. Sammy trying to see if he can get himself a resonator go, which the Glush is gonna be an ice block. Looking to get himself the recovery inside of the block of ice, and Glush is looking for the reset. He's literally staring at him. He's staring at him. He's like just ready to go. He's ready to shadow step, ready to lock him down a single stun. Gonna be Sammy dropping down Ring of Fire just to create some Ring of Peace and Mind. Hopefully Rogue doesn't walk into that one. Sammy at least is playing a blink, like a proper blink playstyle. So he's able to blink out of stuns. He's not shimmering out of stuns, he's blinking. So with Glush going in for a full kidney shot, he can at least blink and avoid the full kidney shot. The cheap shot isn't going to stop him, but at least he's able to get out of a full stun, and that may be able to give him a little bit of like a breather, a little bit of opportunity to breathe that fiery breath onto Glush, bring that cinnamon breath on him. Cheap shot, Sammy going in for the blink, Glush going in for a kidney shot. So actually Glush is switching around. That is going to be ult time ahead of time for Sammy, so he does get himself that extra cover, so he can always go back to his own health percentage. Try to see if he can punish Glush while the Rogue is out in the open, hits him with a Nova, try to go for shifted power, going to be quick and sharp by the Rogue. Quick breath as the Rogue looking to continue the onslaught, got himself the mark for death ready. Hoping to get a bunch of back-to-back eviscerates. Gonna be Sammy trying to see if maybe he can get himself some survivability. Still holding on to the cauterize. Unless Glush, if you can just burst him down through the cauterize, that could be really bad for the mage. Blinking away from Glush. Does try to see if he can soul shape out of that. It's gonna be a kidney shot to follow. Does give himself just a little bit more survivability. Gonna be that cauterize at the 6-minute mark. Trying to see if he can juke out of that. Does he have a shield to survive this? He doesn't, but he does get a seed pod. If Glush can just re-engage the seed pod very quickly, which I think he'll be able to. There's no way Sammy survives this, yeah? Yeah, there's a couple of eviscerates taking him out, blasting him out of the game. Kioska looking to maybe get himself a setup versus Glush. This is the last man. They could potentially hold us back from Glush. They could potentially get this Rogue out of here. Because the team Glush didn't get a chance to play, man. They all need a chance to at least test the metal versus at least Kioska. But Kioska's gonna definitely have to play the best World of Warcraft he has ever played. Drop down all the traps, lock down Glush in the perfect go, and use the force to trick out of the Rogue, go for a reset, lock him down the stun, and I think burst him down. He needs to find a way to outplay this Rogue. And Glush, I mean, he just needs to keep slamming the eviscerates and hoping for that crits. He's already playing as best as he can. He always brings his A game every single time. Flare down for a second, pet over to the side, not next to the Rogue. That's gonna be traps around the corner, not walking into a freezing trap immediately. Glush has Shadow Blades ready. Kioska taking mad damage, gonna be the pet sack, immediately freezing trap. Oh wait, Kioska still go down. Acceleration does burn a turtle at no health. Oh my god, how do you stay composed during that burst? How do you stay collected when the Rogue is just doing that much damage to you? Gonna be a charge trap, got Kioska out in the open, Shadowy Duel. Is Kioska just done? Does he have a stun available? If Kioska has a stun, maybe he could lock down Glush, because the man no longer has anything. It's going to be Death Shock him on him. Does stun the pet for a second. Shadow step towards Kioska. Does get a stun to Glush. Grenades are after Kioska, trying to see if he can burn the most amount of damage. Realizes he's actually out of damage and has to go for the man advantage. That is super unfortunate. I think the reason why Kioska had to go for a freezer trap and delay his burst is because he tries to go for a Death Chakram, then a stun to Glush to make sure the Death Chakram explosion and the damage maximizes inside of that stun. Although as soon as he throws out a Chakram, Glush knows that the damage is coming. It's kind of like a big giveaway. Steel trap on a Glush, does trap the Rogue for a second. At least he can keep him with a Hunter's Mark and dotted. And he can at least throw grenades at him. At least he's got a little bit of that. Glush needs to see if he can close the gap with Kioska. Does have a Shadow Step ready to go. Kioska trying to give him light side the best as possible. Death Shotgun gonna be a Resonator. Unless Kioska get himself enough survivability here some way, somehow. Oh my god. No. He even feign deathed. I am surprised he feigned death and the Resonator still slapped him for that much. Glush checking out these boys one at a time. 1v5. Easy by this Rogue. That's actually incredible. That is actually so difficult to get through, dude. Oh my god. That's crazy.